In a similar vein to how we've developed quite the customer base for vehicles like Range Rovers and even more recently Mercedes-Benz models, it seems like it may well be going that way as well for the Audi TT Quattro, because as we said recently as well on another example of these fantastic cars, there is simply put so much to love. A vehicle which looks as good as these do, which has such an exceedingly popular lineage from its inception in the late 90s all the way up until today. Every generation is genuinely a fantastic car. And arguably one of the best things that Audi ever did with these cars was make them more efficient, because then you get all of the advantages, all of the fun, the cool looks, the layout, the fantastic handling and grip, which, as the Quattro name implies, they're known for, but also you have superb fuel economy, great road tax even, and of course in particular nowadays, a huge price saving over what these cars were when new. In fact, this exact car is a 2017 TT Sport with the S-Tronic gearbox, so of course you have traditional automatic mode, sport mode, flappy paddle mode. You can decide what kind of personality you want the car to have in a very real sense, but it is now under £15,000 for, again, a 2017 car that's barely kissed 62,000 miles. All the while, of course, retaining the option of low deposit financing if you did want to spread out the cost, and with the 2-litre TFSI engine, it goes back to what we just said. The performance on these is genuinely fantastic. Never mind 2017, to this day, this is still a properly quick car with 230 horsepower on the one hand, 273 foot-pounds of torque, and here's the crucial thing, not only is it speed limited to 155 miles an hour, but the 0 to 60 time on these cars is 5.1 seconds. That is legitimately quicker than some Maseratis. At the same time though, unlike a Maserati, you can average up to 43 miles per gallon from these cars, and even higher on the motorway, as high as 50. In other words, you have the kind of efficiency, the kind of practicality, which you would expect more so from something like a Golf GTD or a GTI, but in this far better looking, far more pure sports car platform. As we mentioned earlier on though, you don't have the disadvantages of a sports car. Even in terms of loading room, the boot space is fantastic. The rear seats are split fold as well if you need even more room. In fact, it even has Isofix anchor points for child seats as well. And to go back to the point of road tax, at a time when certain vehicles, certainly performance cars, are as high as £800 a year to tax, this in comparison is £195. Now, speaking to the car's condition and its history, it is finished of course in scuba blue, as you can see, with sports seats, the aforementioned S-Tronic gearbox. It's a lovely looking car. The little active spoiler as well looks fantastic on these. It has a full Audi service history behind it, still has its original 2 keys and even a no advisory MOT until January of 2026. It comes equipped with Audi music interface with Bluetooth, cruise control, xenon headlights with of course the LED day runners, which Audi was one of the first to pioneer. Sports seats, as we said, push button keyless ignition, air conditioning, as mentioned, those split folding seats for extra practicality, sport suspension, again going back to that point of these TT Quattros being absolutely superb to drive, particularly through corners. In other words, when you combine all of these disparate things together, and again for under £15,000, even more so than when they were new, it's no wonder why people love these cars so much, and why we do as well. So of course, if you are already considering either specifically an Audi TT, or maybe you're looking for something which is practical enough and efficient enough and affordable enough to use as a daily driver, but still has that petrolhead spice, the look, the sound, the handling, the performance, well, these are arguably one of the most perfect examples of truly combining both. So of course, if you would like to reach out regarding it, you can send us an email to the address shown here on screen, or give us a call on 01749 871 155, or via our mobile number of 07482 267 439.